We had a really cool silent auction on the block. We got a house, 999 is actually the address, 999 King Street, that we're turning into a community location / bed and breakfast for folks coming through, or an assistance spot for people, that's having some hard times,
wow.
and need a little help, So we raised funds. We got some phenomenal artists on the block. Sarah donated some of her art and some of her love. I donated a couple t-shirts and my music, as well as the lessons. That's why that brother came over.
Okay. Yeah, hey, that's a good thing for the silent auction. Yes.
I guess he was outbidded on the whole package.
Okay.
So he was like, I'm still getting lessons from him.
Here's the money.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That, yeah. So, but, and we know sports. What is happening, everybody? This is your boy GT and your boy John E. Fontane. Welcome to And We Know Sports. We do it every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on our YouTube channel, And We Know Sports Seasoned Duo. My brother, what you been up to the last week?
Man, I don't know. Like so much I couldn't even tell you, man. It's some of everything and some of everywhere, man. Just the grind is real, but every project is moving forward. Everything is, in place, on schedule, coming through on time. The job is doing well. Some changes there, but we roll with the punches and keep it moving. The family good, my son good, enjoy Halloween, got to go trick-or-treating with him and hit the hood and see all my neighbors and hang with them, and the kids hanging, having fun. His cousins came through, they had fun, and some interesting costumes out there,
Yeah.
So I got to see that, and kind of still in shock, about takeoff passing, and getting senselessly killed. So dealing with all that, going through all that, so it's what it is right now.
Yeah. I was really sorry to hear about that. I didn't know they were 3 true family members too.
Yes.
I'm very sorry to hear about that. But as I was telling you before, dude, it's been a slow month, man. I've had a whole bunch of gigs canceled. However, it's one of those things, how we believe, dude. As soon as you let those supposed problems go and have the faith that we're supposed to have, things just happen, and your realization becomes a little bit more clear. And I needed this time off to work on my situation, man. And I have been feeling improvement. I've been shedding a lot more. I got a couple studio gigs today. I was telling you about the silent auction we had. And then, one of my neighbors told me I have some cousins that play NCAA football. Turns out is young Kalen King and his brother, also his twin brother, Kobe King. They both play for Penn State, dude. And Kalen was shutting Marvin Harrison down. They had to move him to another side of the field. Okay. Marvin Harrison caught like a 30-yard, catch at the beginning, early in the first quarter. He didn't catch nothing else on it.
On him, okay, because Marvin went off after that.
Oh, Marvin went off on
when
the
they
side.
when they moved him.
Yes, but dude, folks, y'all look out.
Okay.
For doggone Kalen King and his brother, twin brother that plays linebacker, 6'1", 247, got speed too. And he wear 41. Kalen wear number 4. Most of us are sweet, but I'll talk about that later as far as that number 4 getting a little blemish this week. Wow. But hey, man, let's jump into them sports headlines. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not as disappointed because I knew that the speed of the Miami Dolphins was a bit much. Everybody always talks about, of course, I'm talking about the Miami and the Detroit Lions game. Everybody always talks about the speed of the cheetah, Tyreek Hill, the speed of Waddle, but they got three All-American sprint champions on their team, which also includes Mostert. Okay, we shut him down, but the passing thing was something else, and then we lost Aubrey. You know, I'm quite sure. He was on the chopping block for a little while. But what do you think, man?
I mean, personally, you gotta say that firing was warranted, man. I mean, the holes in the secondary, the linebackers been playing good. The line been getting a little bit of pressure, not much, but at the same time, they built Miami's offense for Tua to, kind of throw the ball within 3-4 seconds, so it's not like the line has a lot of time to get to him. So the only way to get to him is to get those coverage sacks. And it wasn't that our DBs aren't talented. It was almost as if they didn't know what they were doing. It's like, why is the most dangerous player on their team wide open? Like, what kind of zone is y'all playing? Run up in between us and we gonna let you sit there and catch the ball zone? Like, you didn't even see people tracking Hill to say, you in my area now that you came in my area, I'm coming your way. And the ball's in the air. It don't instantly get to Hill. Like, it's at least a second and a half for you to at least take a step his way and try and knock it down or something. But none of that was the case. All you saw was the screenshot, and the whole screen would be Hill wide open catching the ball, turning, and then you see a Lion coming in the picture. So the whole problem to me was definitely totally on the secondary, and that's who they fired, the D-backs coach. I definitely think that was warranted and fair. Hurts, it's hard, it's a job, so somebody lost their income, so I feel bad, but at the same time, you didn't have them ready at all. Yeah. At all. And that's been a big problem this whole season.
Yeah. I don't feel that this game was the true, like, okay, that's it. It's been tough all year, and again, dude, I truly feel that Tyreek is underrated as a wide receiver, even though he's short. But his ups, his speed, his ability to catch the ball at his highest point, his jukes, dude, that's hard for anybody in the world, and then to have another 4-2 cat on the other side, yeah, it's tough. But yeah, I feel the same way. I feel that Arby should go. And we're building. We're starting to get a really nice nucleus with the Lions.
Yeah.
And it's a cool thing.
And let me bring up one more point. When you have a team that is one of the worst in the league in third down conversions, a defense that's the worst in third down conversions, them third downs ain't third and short, third and twos. They getting third and 13s, third and 10. That's not anybody but the defensive secondary letting that happen. So, that's clear evidence right there. And I think that was the proving point to say, okay, we going to have to part ways.
Yeah, we're definitely on the same page, man. What is not on the same page with us is after a win by the Wolverines, University of Michigan Wolverines, the biggest topic is what happened afterwards. Michigan State Cats, I'm sure everybody that's listening to me right now has heard, but if you haven't, wow, it was one Michigan Cat got jumped by quite a few. Now, there's already been 4 Michigan State players that's been suspended, and they're having an investigation. It may be some criminal charges as well. Seem to be a lot more in there to me, but that's real sad. I think Michigan really needs to think hard about some changes in their architecture, the big house, but because they had problems with Penn State last week at halftime, so or the week before last, before their bye. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's unspeakable situation. And I understand, thinking about changes, but I mean, the big house been around for 100 years maybe. It's been around for a very long time, and we haven't seen anything like that. So for me, State come there every year or every other year or however often. They've been there 40-something times. We ain't had no incident like this. This is more on the players and the people rather than the infrastructure. I want to make that clear. There is no warranted reason for any of those players to have done what they did. I mean, I don't care if he jumped in your line or jumped in, bouncing around, cutting through your team. They just beat y'all at their house 29-7, man. Like, let it go, move on. You wasn't having the number one team season. No way, man. You know, it didn't ruin your year or nothing like that, man. It's, bad loss. Yes, you upset. Emotions run high, but I tell my son all the time, dude, think before you act. Yeah. And I think we need a lot more of that in the world, not just in our community, but in the world, not just in the sports community, but in the world, not just in hip hop, but in the world. We need a lot more people to think before they act, man. And I think that'll help a lot of this out.
Yeah. Grow with the flow. I mean, it's got to be more kindness. I truly agree with that, man. It's it's unfortunate because when you have situations like this, time stops. Okay, it stops progress. It stops and halts dreams, growth, everything. And if we're not growing with the flow of how things are going, read the room, which is your world. We're becoming more. We're coming together through kindness, through art, through understanding and communication. It's extremely important. And it's a beautiful thing to see when that comes together and results in an undefeated team that nobody was expecting to be undefeated. When we talk about them doggone Eagles, man,
they are one of the best teams I've seen in years.
Thank you.
Not just this year, but in years. I have not seen a more complete. I'm talking about offensive line, running game, passing game, wide receivers, quarterback, defensive line, secondary, linebackers, special teams, bench players, rotational players. Like, it's like, and this is not like a old school Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, and Kobe put together dream team type situation. This ain't a Golden State with Kevin Durant. This was organically grown in Philly in a way. Football is always about trades and free agency, but didn't Philly draft Jalen Hurts? I thought they did. And then they put the pieces around him, defense and offense, and right now, Philly, y'all back at it. Y'all just won the Super Bowl a few years ago, 5 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Y'all right back at it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm loving it, dude. But I tell you what, why don't we come back with our Hawks and Hawks and talk just a little bit of baseball before we do that? How about that? We'll be right back, y'all. Uh-oh.
Money, power, and cars. Only thing I needed, being closer to God. Everything I got just the odds. So what we have now is already in the cards. Everything I wanted, needed.
And we are back, and we are something else. We are two cats with a lot of hats, and sometimes we make mistakes, and it happens. But I tell you what, that's my boy Johnny Fontane. I'm GT. Welcome back, y'all. Hey, when we left, we was talking about the Eagles. Hey, Fontane, Philly is becoming the talk in sports, man, with the doggone World Series stuff, man. What you thinking about that?
I think next week we're going to be able to dive all the way in and recap the World Series and just do it that way. I think that'll be a good way to go. You think so?
No, I'm saying this. That's all they need to know, Philly. You know that the doggone Astros don't get 5. You better do something. So, that's crazy, man. Another surprise, man. Another thing that's crazy, dude. The quiet conquerors out in Minnesota.
Yes.
The Vikings, man. Hey,
Yes.
that doggone balanced ball again, dude. And they
Yes.
got a three-headed monster that don't get a lot of respect in Cousins, Cook, and Jefferson.
And now they got Hawkinson, so
Wow.
yeah, that's why we gonna review all them draft picks, all them trades too next week, so we can see where where everybody is, what's cracking, and the impact. Because I think Hawkinson is definitely gonna make an impact with the Vikings.
I was having fun on 1-1-1. That's what I was saying this past Tuesday, because that was when the deadline was at 4:00, and it was November 1st. So I was having fun on 1-1-1, looking at all of these trades that we'll talk about a little bit more. But hey, let's get into them Hawks and Hawks. Okay, this is how we do it, and we know sports. The awkward people and or teams or places or groups are the awkward people, AWKS. And then our heroes of the week are the Hawks. Let's start off with the Hawks. Fontane, who you got this week?
I got the people who made me lose my money. I mean, I don't really lose money because I'm betting with free money. But they killed it for me. The Las Vegas Raiders, man. I mean, now, don't get me wrong. I was wrong on, I think, every pick last week. Everything GT picked, separate from me, he was right. But the Raiders putting up a donut in St. Louis? No, not St. Louis, in New Orleans. You in New Orleans and you put up a donut, you can't even... Nothing. You can't even get past half field, man. So the Raiders, that was awkward to see y'all show up. And I'm starting to believe GT about Josh not being, what is cracked up to be, because I'm not seeing it. But I will give y'all one clause, and it might repeat next week. And if it does, then I know what I'm talking about. A West Coast team playing at 1 o'clock Eastern time never fares well. So I'll give you that one excuse, and you play at 1 again against the Jags, and the Jags can have your number this time because they're not scrubs this year. So if the Jags beat you, then I'm going to blame it on the 1 o'clock, and I'll let you off the hook. But if you win this one, then you definitely deserve to be my ARC this week, like I'm saying right now.
Yeah, Josh McDaniels, man, I don't have a lot of faith in that brother, but we'll see. Davis, the owner, seems to have a lot of confidence in him, so he's going to give him some opportunities. Oh, by the way, that's like the championship of my Saints versus your Raiders this year. I got it in the mail today. Thank you. I know, I understand, But hey, my ARC, all I gotta say is Eddie. Of course, I'm talking about Eddie Pinheiro, the kicker for the Carolina Panthers. 2 game winning. The game is over if I make this kick. 2 of those opportunities in 1 game. Kickers wish to have just 1. He had 2. Okay? Mind you, the extra point, it had to be pushed back because of a penalty. You can't take off your helmet. So, I mean, there's a lot of hoopla about that, but I won't get in that. I'm still on Eddie. Okay? Dude, you was making most of everything all year. And then they get you an opportunity for a 34-yard field goal in overtime, and you can't. Oh, come on, Eddie, you are my ARC of the week, and the main reason too, not just because you missed those kicks. We're talking about first or worse. You make that kick, your team is in first place. You missed it and they in last. Ain't that crazy? You could have been first place at a 3-5 doggone record. You are definitely my ARC of the week. That was awkward. Okay, let's get into some heroes, my brother. Who's your Hawk?
Man, my Hawk. I got 2 Hawks.
Okay.
My guy, and that ring you got should be for the 49ers dogging the Rams all year. Now, the second game, I picked the Rams, but Christian McCaffrey showed up. He showed who he really is, and now they looking like a real threat with him and Debo and Jimmy G out there. I feel like they are back to being real contenders again. I thought they had kind of fell off, but I think they are back. And then Tony Pollard, running backs. Those two running backs, 3 touchdowns each, doing it big, very impactful on a team, having statement wins. Yes. You know, so those are my two Hawks. They came through for their team in a situation where the team didn't know who was going to step up. Dallas didn't know who would step up for them, and the 49ers was looking for somebody to step up with Debo out, and it was Christian McCaffrey and Tony Pollard. And there you go. Those are my Hawks of the week, both of y'all.
Balance ball. Thank you, my brother. Some more running backs. Get some shine, you know. I had several to pick from running backs, you know, Blake Corum from Michigan, you know, Derrick Henry killing it, you know, with 219 yards, man, with the Titans, you know. But what can Brown do for you? Brown hurts, okay? That's all I got to say. Now, I'm not talking about an uncomfortable situation in the bathroom after a night of fast food and a bunch of doggone alcohol. Now, y'all be careful with the alcohol. Okay, it's dangerous. You drink responsibly. That's very important. Okay, but other than that, hurts so good. Hey, soon as y'all want to say that he can't throw from the pocket, he kills in the doggone pocket. Deep passes all day to none other than A.J. Brown. The boy had, 156 yards on like 6 catches, and he was targeted a lot, you know. Doggone Hurts, he was like 285 yards, man. He was around 68, 69% completion, you know. Balance ball again. You got another 100 yards from the Russian, you know. Man, people, don't stop me when I'm talking. People better put some doggone respect on the Eagles. Brown hurts, my doggone Hawks of the week. We'll be back with our last week picks and our next week picks right after this. Labomida.
I'ma let y'all know why we grind so hard. It's cause we made a commitment from day one that we gon' make it no matter what. I be on the grind, 25-8, like Jake do.
And we are back, and we know sports. My brother Johnny Fontane. I'm your boy Grov, GT Tigue the fourth. Welcome back. And yo, keep on sharing. I thank you. I know my brother Fontane thanks you. Please keep on sharing our YouTube page. And we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram under our name, and we know sports. And please subscribe and tell your friends, and they'll tell 2 friends, and so on and so on. So this is when we go back into our picks from yesterweek. And woo, Fontane, how did you do?
Horrible.
Wow.
Let me see. Wrong on every game. Wrong on every game. I believe I was wrong every game. I might have got one right, but it wasn't none of my teams.
No.
One of my teams won. They all lost. All of them lost.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, I knew not to bet on all of them like that, and I bet on some different games and won me $60. I only won 60, but I mean, when you talk about free money and I'm cashing out every week some type of bread, then you know I can't be mad at that.
Right.
Can't be mad at that.
Yeah, dude. Other than picking the Bengals to win in your pool, I won everything. You know, because I don't know if you remember, I was worried about Garrett and Clowney.
Yes, you were. Yes. Oh, I know. I told you at the production meeting. I think you got them all right, except for who did you said?
That was the only one I picked Cincinnati to beat Cleveland.
Right. But you was concerned though. You had a real concern, and that concern was real. That concern was real.
Yes, it was.
Oh
Yes, it
man,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so they're to go through mine, Ravens beat the Bucks
Yep.
27-22.
Yep.
Raiders, like we talked about, 0. Saints could have had one, they would have won. So 24-0. 49ers spanked the Rams 31-14. And then the Bengals just got beat down by the Browns. I mean, in ridiculous fashion. So
That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah. So I lost my teams that I was, that I'm watching. Like we said, this ain't teams I'm picking to win the Super Bowl. These teams that I thought would be interesting, and they are interesting because the Raiders was going on there with all that talent. The up and down, it's starting to really feel like GT. You know what you're talking about when you say Josh McDaniels ain't got it together, because it's seeming and starting to feel like a coaching issue.
Yeah.
How did your teams do?
Well, yeah, my Broncos won in the Sunday Bowl, over in London.
Yes.
The Sunday Bowl, the Saints were victorious in the shutout over the Raiders. My 49ers
49ers beat the Rams. Yeah. So
like crazy.
We had the same games. That's right.
I have to get back to that Browns Cincinnati game. I have to put a shout out, and I'm hoping my brother, I'm hoping Amani Cooper continues to play like that. That's the one that I like. Okay.
Well,
man,
my comment on that game is it took until they showed it on the screen for me to even remember they waiting on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
When Deshaun Watson showed back up.
Wow.
Now we don't know what he's gonna look like, but still,
Yeah. That's gonna open things up like crazy.
I think that is why they kept Kareem Hunt.
Wow.
Otherwise, you should have moved Kareem Hunt. But I think they kept him because Deshaun Watson is on his way and they got some plans. So we'll see how that goes.
Woo. Well, how about some rapid fire?
Go, got to go for it. Go, got to go for it. Go, got to go for it. Go, got to go for it.
Okay. You go ahead and start us off this
I'll
week.
go first.
Yeah.
I only got 3 games. First game, I'm gonna go with Panthers at Bengals. So this is a dangerous game because we just saw that the Bengals can't protect Joe Burrow, and I think Chase is still gonna be out. I'm going with the Panthers.
Wow. Yeah, the Bengals don't look right. And it's affecting everything. The Boyd and Higgins still look sweet, man. But if they can't get the ball thrown to him, it's gonna be some issues. I'm with you with Carolina.
All right, my next game is a trap game, Raiders at the Jaguars, which is a West Coast team playing on the East Coast 1 o'clock time. I believe Jags is in Florida on 1 o'clock. They might be Southern something else. But either way, I'm going to have to go with my Raiders one more time. I'm going to give y'all this last chance to see what's going on, but I'm going to go Raiders.
Yeah, Jacksonville about to go off. I wish they were able to benefit from their trade Tuesday from getting Ridley. Wow, that's going to be crazy next week. But I'm with the Jags. Next year, I mean.
All right. And then Rams Bucks. This 2 of my teams playing each other, and they both been sucking very hard lately. But I think the Bucks are coming off of a less suckful loss against the Ravens, where they put up more of a fight. So I'm gonna go Bucks with this one over the Rams.
Yeah. I'm going defense on this one, and the Rams defense is playing a little better. So I'm gonna go with the Rams on that one. Yeah.
Right. One quick note: Cooper Kupp is hurt. He might play, but he is hurt.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Yeah, they're saying he luckily missed something that could have kept him out longer, but they are expecting him to play.
Yeah.
So, well, let's go with my games. Flabomi Doom. I got 2 teams on the bye this week. My 49ers are on the bye. They earned it.
They earned it.
Yeah, they earned it. And the Broncos on the bye. So
let's
they
ride.
well.
They going to ride.
That's right.
They're going to do some high knees on the plane now.
That's right. That's right. It's like let's ride.
They're gonna do them high knees on the plane. I'm doing my high knees now after that.
Woo! Yep. All right. My first game. The Chargers at the Falcons.
Go.
Woo! Okay, this is a long flight. However, the Chargers have been on a bye this last week, so I'm hoping they come out strong and they fix some things. I'm going with the Chargers.
Go.
So, according to my theory, we're going to see if it pans out. And if it does, they should give me a Nobel Prize. This is a West Coast team going to play at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Falcons. We're going to see. And that's partly because the Chargers been like the Raiders. They ain't been right. They ain't looked right. Like the Bengals. They ain't looked right. But I'm going to go with the Falcons this game. We'll see.
Yeah, they have been hobbling. I do agree. Then my Saints are hosting the Ravens.
Go.
Woo! That's a tough one. It's Monday Night Football too. Wow. The Ravens just picked up another doggone sweet linebacker too, Roquan, Tuesday. Wow. Give me the Ravens.
Go.
I have to go with the Ravens too. I believe that the Ravens are the third best AFC team as of now. Right now, you got Bills, Chiefs, then Ravens. I think there's nobody above them. I mean, everybody else is middle of the pack, lumped in. And there's an argument to be made that behind Philly, those are the next 3 best teams in the NFL. The Vikings.
Don't forget our quiet conquerors.
I know, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, are they better than the Chiefs, Bills, or Ravens? They are good with who they played, but So I gotta go Ravens. I gotta go Ravens.
Okay. Well, the Thursday night tonight, the Thursday night game. The Eagles are at the Texans.
Everybody get to see them. National television. You get to see the best team.
Baby.
Yeah, I am excited. Even though they playing the Texans, it's like a scrimmage warm up or something. At least we get to see them run free and go do something, man. So how you feel about this? Who you got?
Eagles in the landslide.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Eagles.
Yeah. Then we got the Sunday night game. Like I said before, I'm picking the upset. I know the Chiefs was on the bye last week, and they should come back strong. Even they got that addition, in their wide receiver core. However, I think that running game of the Titans is gonna wear them down. So I'm picking the upset in that one. Go ahead.
Ooh, I can't really go against my brother Mahomes.
I know it's hard.
But Derrick Henry did just go for 200-something yards. I mean, goodness. And we know the Chiefs D can't stop a nosebleed. We know that.
That's right.
But I'm going to go with Mahomes. I'm going to believe he's going to bring, whether it got to be 48, 45, 59, 58, whatever. Mahomes, you got this.
That's right. Well, I won. You made a gallant try.
I tried.
Slim Slam, I know.
I still can't break 600, so that's being a problem right now. I can beat you if you come play me and you scoring 300. I'm gonna win. But if you scoring 600, I'm gonna lose. I'm scoring 459 about every game. I'm consistent, if nothing else. So it's all about who I'm playing and how they do, not really me.
Exactly. Yeah, I lucked up, man. I beat my little cuz this past week, man.
Mollywop.
He's got a team that was based on last year's scoring. I told him all, y'all better read the doggone rules, But we're gonna follow our rules and come back after this doggone break. Let's take a big boy break, my brother.
For sure.
Laboon.
This house, the big house. This house, the big house. This house, the big house. This how we get down.
Laboomy Doom, and we are back. And we know sports
You got me with that one, bro. You got me with that one. You got me with that one. You got me.
It was crazy because I was looking at my laptop screen and it was like the battery saver was like you're running out of power, so it got to fumble me up a little bit. I was like, oh, I was like Mike in that Tampa Bay game when he was all alone.
Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me. My guy's going down bad.
Woo! Well, we are back. Thanks for kicking it with us, y'all. This is the part of our show when we go into our editorial. We let you know a little bit how we feeling about some things that's going on in our world today. My brother Fontane, let them know how you feeling.
Man, well, honestly, I'm feeling like what happened to Green Bay and why they ain't make no trades to try and get nobody for Aaron Rodgers. What's going on with that? That's kind of what was on my mind, because Aaron should have been my AUG, but he been my AUG too many times because they ain't looking right. So I'm gonna let that go. But really, what I'm thinking about right now is just, everybody put your guns up, put them in the house, take the bullets, bury them in the backyard or something. Let's all just put the guns up, man. Don't even have it, because there's too many accidents, incidents. I didn't mean it. It wasn't serious. It wasn't murder. It was, something that just had. No, listen, let's put the guns up, man. You can Google, gunshot, and you're going to see 30 stories of things that should have never happened, man, between kids and innocent people all the time, man. So for me, it's just more about, if you don't have the gun, if there's no access to the gun, then these accidents can't happen. But I do, on the flip side, want to say, how's these 14-year-olds getting assault rifles, military grade assault rifles with 100-round clips? Like, they can't go to Walmart and buy that. Where's this coming from? Where's anybody in the hood getting this from? Somebody got to tell me an answer, because it's not making sense how these guns, military grade, are showing up in the hood. Please let me know. I want to know, but that's what's on my mind, man. We got to stop this nonsense and this violence, man.
Yeah, the same thing is on my mind. We're in parallel worlds again, my brother. I'm more in a control environment is where my point is, as far as chilling out. Okay, it's just too many situations and where our personal feelings, our personal emotions are creating a bad look. Folks saying too much, sounding dumber and dumber, trying to sound smart. The DJ Moore in the Carolina Panthers game, I understand his frustrations. The Southern players, the video that they sent to Jackson State before the game, dude. And again, like we were talking about the Michigan State players, no, man, it's sport. This is supposed to be fun. Yeah, you want to win, you want to battle it out, muscle to muscle, speed versus speed, but we should be able to rap afterwards. Come on now, that's not cool. It's a very, very bad look, and that's been on my mind like crazy. So again, we're on the same page, man. But
yes,
again, a sweet doggone show.
Yes,
this
sir.
is how we do it, y'all.
Yes,
Flip on me, my brother Fontane. What you think?
Man, I think it's getting better. We getting better, and we gonna get better.
Answer? Yeah. Is that an answer? Usually that loud buzz is like wrong. So we will continue to work on it then.
We'll get better.
Hey, y'all, for my brother Fontane, I'm your boy GT. Come back next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we know sports right here. See y'all now. Peace and love.